had something on it. I wish this stopped again. Today's all about going to the dark side. Well guys, just a bit of fun, bit of fun on the run. How we all doing? Right, sorry it's been a while since you've heard of me, but I've not been well. I had my epidural, my caudal epidural last Wednesday, and well, the cubicle I was in, it was a glass-fronted, glass-doored cubicle, and the door opened. It just slid open, and it was frosted, sort of, you know, just above head height down to about the knees. The rest was all open. Yeah, mate, the old lighting here ain't that clever. Hold on a second. That's better. See me now? Yeah, and the trouble was, it weren't very good. It was very hard to open. It was very hard to slide one way or another. And the doctors and nurses, or the doctor and the nurses, all had a problem opening and closing it. So what they did, they just left it open after struggling with it for whatever. But at the end, of course, you've got to get dressed, haven't you? So they closed it almost by, you know, an inch, because you just couldn't get any further than that. For me to get dressed, I've got something going on here. What's going on here? Oh, it's that thing behind me. Anyway, I'll lean back. Yeah, so I had this done, and it didn't feel so bad. And I went to open the door, and geez, I felt something go through my back. This pain shot through me, and I just knew it weren't right. I stood there, because I'm outside the door now, and I stood there for a few minutes. And one of the nurses said, or the ward administrator or ward secretary, whatever she's called, she said, "Are you all right?" I went, "No, I don't feel good. I don't feel good at all." And one of the nurses came past, and she said, "Are you all right?" I went, "No, I don't feel well." And all she said was, "Well, take it easy then, won't you? Take it easy then, won't you?" And this is a private hospital. I didn't have it done private, but it's a private hospital that the NHS use. So we're very happy. Then I had to wait for the wife to come because I can't drive. You can't drive after this, so I had to wait for the wife to get there. And while I'm waiting, I was in pain, so I found there was a park bench outside the physiotherapy department. So I went and laid on that, and as people come past, there weren't that much foot traffic there, but they kept asking me how I was and if I'm all right. And in the end, somebody must have called a doctor, because a doctor came out and said, "Are you sure you don't need to come back in?" And I said, "Well," I've been told to take it easy. I explained what had happened and what I had done and blah, 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 blah. And he said, "Okay," he said, "but I'll let your doctor know what's happened." I said, "Yeah, thank you very much." And that was it. The wife came, picked me up, and I've not been right since. It was almost as if what I had done was undone by what I did. That make any sense at all? Don't know. I'm getting a first on. Let's rectify this. Right. We are rectifying the situation. I don't know where that went. Anyway, cheers Kev, cheers guys, cheers to everybody. Hope you had a great weekend. This is now Sunday afternoon. I've had my Sunday dinner. I've had nice roast chicken and roast potatoes and all the gear. So yeah, I'm happy now. Cheers. And for those of you this year that I've missed your birthdays, happy birthday. That is what that was. I ain't shows that yet. Anyway, so that's where I am really on that. That was me caudal epidural. Right, that was that. Another thing that happened this week was that I broke a tooth at the back and then bit my gum. Blood everywhere. For bloody hell. And it was just about, it was the day before I was going to take a little trip across the Channel. To see the across the Channel guys. So I didn't go. I said to the missus, I said, "Well, knowing my luck, that'll turn into an abscess and it'll all go pear-shaped." I don't know if your mouth can go pear-shaped. I'm sure it can. Let me know in the comments below. Yeah. So that's me. That's up to date with me. Now, the video, the starting, the meaning, the explanation, the dark side. Dark side, chat Rochelle. What is the fascination with putting car tyres on the back of bikes? Not on the back of bikes, but using a car tyre on the rear wheel of a motorcycle. It happens a lot in America. It happens in the chopper trade, if you like, the trade where they've got, you know, these chopped out, whatever we call it, and they put a car tyre on the back of them. Now, A, you're stupid. B, no, really, you're really stupid. C, it won't go through an English MOT. It won't pass their MOT with a car tyre on, because it's not a tyre fit for the purpose of the vehicle, whatever that is. And I never got a D, so C plus. Your insurance is invalid. Your insurance is invalid with a car tyre on the back of your bike. It's just a stupid thing to do, and that's what's called the dark side. If you go to the dark side on a motorcycle, that's what it means. It means you're putting a car tyre on the back of your motorcycle, you know, the fitment. Because these days, well, even in past days, you can get a car tyre to fit most rims. You can always get a car tyre that will fit a rim of a motorcycle. For the Harley, I can get one for the Harley, no problem at all. And this is where this started. On the long distance tourers in America, I saw one. I wasn't in America, but I did see a picture of one, and it was on a Victory. And you're thinking, you're stupid. They don't go. I know somebody that has ridden a bike with a car tyre on the back, on the wheel, not just sponged to the back. And they said the bike just didn't handle. It handled like that. It handled like you got a flat tyre. You know that all aboard shipmates, that one. That's what it handled like. Now, so what's all that about? What do you guys think of that? It'd be interesting to know. That's what this video is about. It's about the dark side, because that's what it's called. I personally just would not entertain the idea of using a rear tyre that isn't meant to be on the rear of my motorcycle. With tyres, there's two things you never muck about with. You don't muck about with your brakes, and you don't muck about with your tyres. They're simple enough rules, and that was embedded in me from the age of 17. And the guy, well, I got my bike already, but my mate's dad, because my mate had a similar bike, just a bit older, and my mate's dad said to me, "I've booked you both on a 5-week course, because you just bought your bike." I bought mine brand new from the shop in Lewisham, and you rid it, and there was no lessons or nothing. So my mate's dad, he got us on his 5-week, not intensive course, just a course in a local school. You rode your bike there and you rode your bike home, and there was a bit of class work, for instance, what time of year, I'll ask you, what time of year does your battery wear out the quickest? What time of year does your battery wear out the quickest? That's kind of what I'm saying, yeah. Right, answers down below. Just answers down below. What was the other question as well? How often should you check the depth on your tyres? And how often should you check the pressure in your tyres? Answers down below. I'm not going to tell you. If you're right, I'll tell you down below. But there was a list of questions that you had to do, and these weren't like you didn't fail. It was an instructional thing. You weren't no pass and fail and all that. So there you go. So yeah, let me know what you say. Let me know what you. I'd be interested to find out actually. I'm pulling on this lead and it's making the camera go. It's because we've had too many of these already. It's the first one. Right, so there you go. Yes, I do apologise for not being on the tube for the last couple of weeks, but it just hasn't been an all right time. I will try and get another one out this week just to make up for it. I appreciate you watching, appreciate you subscribing, loving it. I'm not going to go. Do you know what? Every time you watch a YouTube channel, every single time, it's either the start, the finish, and you see this thing. It pops up. It's either a little graphic that pops up, subscribe, and then hit the bell and all that. But I'm not going to do that. If you watch a video and you want to watch more of that video, then you subscribe to it. I've never subscribed to a channel because the person told me to. I've never done that. I've never, when the guy said, "Oh, please subscribe and don't forget to hit that bell," and all that old bollocks, never done it, because I'm thinking, well, hold on a minute, that's my choice. I know you're asking me to, and it does you good if I start, because you get 1.5 million subscribers and you can start monetizing and all that old codswallop. don't care about that. If you want to watch this video, then I'm happy for you to watch it. And I'm very happy for you to comment and all that. If you don't like anything I've just said, or disagree with anything I just said, or you want me to talk about something in the next video, then let me know. This is a really open, it's an open chat thing. It's not like, oh, it's my channel and I'll do whatever I like sort of thing. And you know, it is my channel, but this is the shed. It's nothing serious here. It's the shed. Anyway, speaking of sheds, because I've been a bit lapsadaisical, to put it mildly, things have just got thrown into the shed and left all over the place, and well, I've got to tell you guys, it is a mess. Let me show you. Let me put my beer on that. Let me show you. Let me show you. Let me show you the way to go. Right, there you go. Look, look. Things have just piled up on my shed, on my bench. Look, it's become a nightmare. Well, I mean, I suppose Halloween's coming, so I suppose nightmares are all in. But yeah, that'll do for this week, guys. Let me know what you think, and like I say, if you do subscribe, great, love you to come along and subscribe, because it's brilliant. But I don't know why, but they all say it, please subscribe and all this, but oh, you're doing that anyway. Thanks for watching. I'll be back soon. Cheers to you all. Can't show you what beer that is because I ain't getting paid to advertise, but if anybody from Adweisa want to send me a case of this, I'll advertise it. Until that glorious moment, I'll see you next time. And if you do give me an idea for no, not an idea, but if you do want something talked about from the shed, then you've got to come up with a song title, because you'll notice that all of the videos from now on will have a song title as a title. They won't be just called, oh, look at my tent. It'll be something else. It'll be on 2 tents or something like that. I don't know, whatever. So I'll see you soon, guys. I'll try and get one out this week, and I'm back to normal from there. So somebody told me once, stop waving your arms about, so I did. Now I'm an alcoholic. Go figure. See you later, guys. Oh dear, it's not easy. It's not easy.